tips for picky eaters?
Yes. Start them early with introducing them to foods. Let them pick through it. They'll eventually, and I have an 11-year-old. I have one 11-year-old. What does that make me? Not an expert, right? But the phases where they don't like food to touch, where they don't like food to mix, if you start them with this and they can maybe pick out the foods they do like and you talk about it, they just become used to it. And the more they're used to stuff, the better. And the easier it is for them to eat it. I also hide canned organic pumpkin in things like spaghetti sauce, soups, things like that to get some added nutrition. I take cooked lentils and I mix it in with ground beef when I do tacos, burritos, nachos. It extends or it ups the volume of the filling, and you're getting some added nutrition into that. So hiding food and then just really starting them early, showing them what good food looks like and tastes like and things like that. What have you guys done with picky eaters? Just one more.
I throw pureed. I was just telling you, I throw pureed cauliflower into mac and cheese.
Yep.
Spinach to make green mac and cheese.
I've done avocado
eggs.
and mac and cheese.
Yeah, I throw eggs and stuff. I throw vegetables in with the eggs. Quesadilla with pureed, whatever, throw in a vegetable.
Yep, and now that they have that cauliflowered rice out, now it's so easy to grab a bag of that and, you microwave a little cup or cook a little cup and like you say, you mix it in with stuff. So great
Awesome.
tip. What else?
Yeah, my daughter told me the other day that I had gotten remarried to my husband, that was my second marriage. And I was like, what, honey? And she's like, remember, Mom? You're married to that thing that comes in tacos? And I was like, oh, avocado, right, yes.
And Sarah, actually, she deals with a couple of food allergies
I do.
and a texture.
Yes.
You have a child that has texture issues.
Yes. So yeah, we have a dairy allergy in our house. We used to have eggs. She's allergic to some tree nuts and stuff too. She actually, avocado and banana were really bad for her when she was little. She would vomit because those cross-pollinate with certain plants like birch. So you might have somebody that has some like tongue issues with certain foods like that because they do cross-pollinate with other foods. So yeah, you just have to learn to work around that. But honestly, I will tell you, my daughter with the dairy allergy is my absolute best eater because I think she's not tainted by the cheese and the dairy. She's more open to eating all the fruits and vegetables and the beans and all of those kinds of things. And I honestly recommend limiting the amount of dairy you consume. Dairy can be very inflammatory. Cow's milk is for cows, honestly. Yes, it has a lot of calcium in it, but so do vegetables. There's a ton of calcium in vegetables. There's calcium in almond milk if you want to switch. We do almond milk at our house. We actually just don't drink milks at our house, but if the kids want to have a bowl of cereal or something, or if we cook with almond milk instead, and it's full of calcium. So there are lots of ways to get the calcium that you need in your diet. I have noticed I've cut back the amount of dairy I consume dramatically, and I have noticed if I do pick up something with milk in it, it will make my skin break out. So I have noticed that is a trigger for my skin, so I try to stay away from that. But in general, you want to stick with foods that are anti-inflammatory. So like your berries, your nuts and seeds. When you think about nuts and seeds, the seed is the next generation of that plant. And so the plant does everything it can to protect that seed and to have the most nutrients possible in that seed. So all of those essential fatty acids and all the nutrients and the vitamins, those are all stored in the seed. So it makes the seed a really, really healthy thing to eat. So chia seeds, like you can make a great breakfast taking chia seeds, putting a little almond milk in there, let it sit in a little mason jar in your fridge overnight, throw some berries in there, maybe a little cocoa powder to make it kind of chocolatey. It makes a great breakfast.
Like a chia pudding, right?
Chia pudding, yeah, it's fabulous.
Yep.
And the thing also for young moms, I think, to remember when you've got young babies is obviously give yourself grace, but pay attention to like when you are tired, which I know you all are tired, it actually makes your body crave junky food. You want that carbohydrate rush because you're tired. You want that jolt of energy because your body generally, you burn glucose as fuel, and glucose is one of the few things that can cross that blood-brain barrier. And so when you eat something that's high in carbohydrates, you immediately get that rush of energy. And so that's what your body is kind of looking for when you're tired. So pay attention to that because that's how you get those spikes in blood sugar too, where you feel great because you just ate something and then you crash because your blood sugar went like this and then it went way down. So if you can, try to pair like your fruits and things like that, things that are a little bit higher in sugar, pair that with like a nut butter because that's going to keep the glycemic index of what you're eating at a more steady level, and so you're not going to get that spike in blood sugar, and it's going to keep you full longer. So pairing stuff like that with eggs too. Eggs is a great protein, and it's makes you feel full. And the fats, avocado. It used to be that fats were so bad for you, but people are realizing now, actually, certain fats are very healthy. The polyunsaturated fats like you find in avocado. Avocado's full of vitamin K and potassium and all sorts of great things, and it will help you stay full. And I am married to avocado, but you can have avocado too.
And avocado has a great mouth feel to it, so it can be substituted for mayonnaise. Is what I found. It gives you that fatty feel in your mouth. That's satisfying.